G'day, ZiggyD here with my first ever Starcraft 2 ladder game commentary. I've been playing through the campaign a fair bit and I plan on making a little bit of content on that, maybe a bit of a review and maybe even some strategy guides to the missions possibly, because I haven't really seen any good ones posted yet. But for now I wanted to bring you guys my first Protoss ladder placement on the North American servers. So the last time I played multiplayer in Starcraft 2 was probably like 3 or 4 months ago in Wings of Liberty, so I'm fairly rusty. When I quit I was around Diamond, Masters, NA, maybe Diamond in SEA, so okay, sort of, you know, in the upper 25% of players, but nothing particularly special, not a pro by any stretch of the imagination. So I've got some idea of how, you know, builds and things like that worked in Wings of Liberty, but in terms of Heart of the Swarm, I have no idea. So this is a PvP. The other guy said at the start basically that this was also his placement match. So I thought, you know, I'm just going to open with like a 3-gate reactionary style. It was something I was working on a fair bit before I stopped playing back in Wings of Liberty, and I kind of like the reactionary style in Protoss, so like I play it by ear, use my scouting information as much as possible. Now obviously I screw up the early game quite a bit here. Everything's alright at this point. I don't really know about my timings on the assimilator and things like that, but a little bit later I'm like not making probes, and I don't know when to build a mothership core or if I should build a mothership core and all that sort of thing. But so I go scout here. This is a 4-player map. I don't really know where the spawn locations on this. It might be forced cross spawns. I'm not too sure. But I see his probe here, so I assume it's come from down in the bottom right corner, and he's scouted on probably on a 9 pylon there. So I head straight down there, and assuming he's safe there, don't really bother checking for the nexus in the top left. You know, there was a chance he could have been having a sneaky, you know, putting his buildings behind his mineral line, but I didn't really think that would be the case in this particular instance. So something I did there was I started my Zealot for my cybernetics core. This is very uncommon, but it's something I was doing a lot of in Protoss versus Protoss and also PvT back in Wings of Liberty, and I find it just creates this interesting timing when I get it right, where you can have 2 Zealots and a Stalker out, and you can do a little bit of early pressure. So just there I saw him place his pylon down, and I think, okay, this guy's going for a sneaky pylon, and he sort of cancelled it straight away. So I think maybe I can do a little bit of early pressure against this guy. Maybe he might end up crumpling to that. So here I try and, you know, I'm trying to like balance everything out. It's just not quite happening. So in like another piece of news, I just updated my screen recording software, and it runs brilliantly. Like the frame rate on this recording is much better than I usually get from Starcraft 2, so that's pretty exciting. However, a weird side effect is something you've probably noticed and are raging about right now, is that my mouse cursor for some reason is like way off of what it actually was. Like it's recorded at a couple centimeters or whatever, a couple inches away from where it's actually clicking. So hopefully that doesn't throw you off too much, and hopefully I can correct that in the future, figure out why it's doing that. Maybe it's something weird with my resolution, I don't really know, but that's kind of wacky. But otherwise it's a decent recording, I feel. So I put up my second assimilator. I'm starting to crank out the units here. I add on 2 extra gateways to go for that 3-gate, and now I'm pressuring with those 2 Zealots and the Stalker, like I said there. I feel like I'm a little bit late though, so we should have more than enough to defend this. But when I get here, I see like lots of gateways from him there, and just the 1 Zealot and Stalker. So I know I can pressure a bit. I just sort of have to wait for that Stalker to catch up. And I think I decided to add an extra gateway here as well, since I thought he might have been going for a bit of a 4-gate pressure or maybe a 3-gate, and I felt like I could pressure him at least with that extra gateway. So here I just try and micro the Zealots a little bit, kind of botch it up a bit, but I managed to keep one of them alive, and he's not really focus firing with that Stalker, so I'm able to take that out. Now I have a great opportunity to try and take out this pylon here, so I do that, and realise I've been forgetting to make probes the whole time. As you can see, my mineral count's up over 400, so that's pretty bad stuff there, and you really want to keep an eye on making those probes. Even when you're being super aggressive, you want to keep that probe production up to max. You at least want to get saturated on that one base, and I was planning on expanding if I had to fall back after this pressure. So I know I can kill this Zealot off here, but I kind of botched this here, and he manages to block me with that Zealot, so that's pretty unfortunate. I'm like, oh, well, I can't get out, so I just kill that 1 Zealot. Get an extra 100 experience, pretty exciting. Get my 4 gateways up, and just missed the transform on that 4th gateway there, but managed to get a little bit later, but it's not too big a deal. He's not looking at the minimap here, because you can see he runs past, and I'm able to get this full warp in, which he could have started attacking as I was warping in, or prevented me from warping in by attacking out of pylon. So just, you know, got to keep an eye on that minimap awareness. So I just do a bit of zealot micro here, pretty simple micro really. All you really need to do when microing stalkers and zealots against zealots or zealot stalkers is to just one by one move them away, the ones that are being targeted. And a good player will try and target the weak ones and also try and do the same thing with theirs. And he does an okay job at trying to do the same sort of thing, but I think he's trying to focus on, you know, his macro as well. So I'm able to out macro him just a little bit there, but as you can see, my macro has fallen down a lot because I was doing that. So if this had went on to a prolonged engagement, I would have been falling behind in macro, so that's pretty bad. Something I screw up here is I'm trying to send that probe up to put a pylon on the high ground so I can get some vision happening and get some warp-ins, but I accidentally put him on attack move, which is okay because it can draw aggro off your zealots, which can allow you to do more damage, but just at the last moment there, the probe gets killed when I really wanted to keep him alive. So if you just move command him through, especially if you click on one of their mineral patches, he'll path through them, then they won't attack your probe if your units are there because their aggro will be focusing on their units. So something I work out here is like, what is going on? I can't warp on the high ground. So apparently, in Heart of the Swarm, you can't warp in on the high ground. Something I didn't know. There you go, you learn that lesson. So here he pulls probes, and I'm in danger of losing all my stalkers here, which might force me to pull back. But what I do is I draw all these probes into that choke point there and try and wiggle my stalkers behind my zealots so my zealots can block the entrance there, and he's forced to GG out since he's lost most of his probes and can't really keep up on the warp-ins there. So overall, that was a pretty cool game. I kind of really enjoy these Fast and Furious Protoss early game, and my heart was racing after this game. It was good fun and good exciting. I also really like this new experience system. Pretty cool stuff. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this cast, and maybe I'll bring you guys another one pretty soon. I'm ZiggyD, and thanks for watching.